I'm Erica with the Spartacus League, and today we stand in solidarity with our comrades in South Africa in protest of the railroading of Xolani Khoza, the South African trade unionist and economic freedom fighter member. For leading a strike at his workplace last year, Xolani has been one of the first targets of the GNU coalition between the ANC and the openly pro-imperialist, white-dominated Democratic Alliance. For fighting against the GNU government and for black freedom, Xolani was imprisoned and is facing trumped-up charges, including indictment of terrorism. We say the fight for black freedom is not terrorism. Hands off Xolani Khoza, drop the charges now.
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 In South Africa, defending Xolani is an urgent first step in the fight to organize a broad struggle in defense of the working class and oppressed masses against the GNU onslaught. Here in the U.S., the working class has every reason to take up Xolani's defense, not only as an active expression of international labor solidarity, but also as an expression of opposition to the strangulation of the black South African masses by the U.S. imperialists, the supreme power and enemy in that country, the same enemy here at home who are stomping the living conditions for the vast majority of Americans into the ground. We say from the belly of the beast, these struggles are linked. The best defense of Xolani and the South African masses is for an independent and multiracial working class fight against the racist capitalist rulers here at home. Xolani's trial comes as Trump and the blood-sucking U.S. imperialists seek to bring in a new world order to try and maintain their dominance over the entire planet. The Trump administration's crushing of the black South African masses with tariffs and starvation goes hand in hand with the assaults in the U.S. on workers' livelihoods, the attacks on trans people, racist attacks on immigrants and black people, and the inflaming of racial divisions. It should be lost on absolutely nobody that Trump's eagerness to bring white Afrikaner farmers into the U.S. is surpassed only by his eagerness to drag all other peoples out of the country, especially black and brown peoples. Trump has all but declared open season on the black South African workers and toilers who are reviled by the U.S. ruling class for yearning for land, decent jobs, housing, and basic services and control of the mines and other imperialist-owned property, which is why it's outrageous for any Marxist group like the IG to oppose the Freedom Charter. Limited as it is, it represents the masses' aspirations to fight for a way out of their brutal, imperialist-backed, neo-apartheid life that they live under there. Trump is also facing racial polarization, is also fueling racial polarization here among working people, keeping them divided against themselves while the administration launches its attacks. The only way forward is to bridge such divisions, is to unite workers and the oppressed in struggle against the common imperialist enemy. The fight isn't black versus white, U.S. born or versus foreign born, Democrat versus Republican. It's class versus class. As the wind of right-wing reaction are engulfing the world, and the imperialists and their stooges turn the screws on workers and the oppressed, state repression has been increasing and increasing. From pro-Palestine activists in the U.S. like Mahmoud Khalil to France like Anas Kazib, to youth fighting IMF-dictated austerity in Nigeria and other countries, or even the recent roundup of workers who are trying to organize farm workers in Batavia. Leftists and imperialists everywhere are under the gun. In the face of this onslaught, the left can't afford to be deluded about the shift and situation we are in, or about trying to build liberal movements of the past that got us nowhere. nor isolated in a sectarian bubble, refusing to get in the ring with people who have illusions in the EFF and to try to break them from the incorrect path forward and to provide them with a proletarian path forward. That's what our critical support of the EFF was about. The point is, we need united front action against Trump's attacks. United in common defense work provides an opportunity for necessary debate about what way forward to fight Trump reaction and imperialism. We must organize broadly to fight to defend fighters like Xolani and the many others who are being targeted for opposing imperialism. Hands off Xolani Khoza.
Hands off Xolani Khoza. Hands off Xolani Khoza. Hands off Xolani Khoza.
For an anti-imperialist united front, down with U.S. imperialism, from the belly of the beast, hands off Africa and the Middle East. Say it with me. From the belly of the beast, hands off Africa and the Middle East.